Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with
the Rocker Chick
and
JDub.
And we are the United States of Paranormal. Is that your cheer mode?
Yeah. JDub. Touchdown. Woo.
Hey, it works for me. If it works for you, I'm happy if you're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
Scary, isn't it? Well, everybody, we hope you enjoyed last week's episode with Peter. That dude, I tell you what, he brings it every time, doesn't he? What an amazing story.
He does.
Oh, so Peter, if you're listening, thank you once again for last week's episode. We had a great time with it, and we hope our listeners too did too. Also, let us know. I don't think I said it at the end of last week's episode. You know, give us a shout. United States Paranormal at gmail.com. Tell us what you thought of last week's episode.
Please.
So, there was a lot going on, and I kind of missed my ending a little bit.
Well, they already know if they've been listening.
That I miss a lot of shit.
That's that too. Yeah. That also.
So really, guys, what has been going on?
Lots of getting ready for the holidays, Christmas.
Well, this is kind of our Christmas episode. We're not really doing a Christmas story, but it is the episode that's going to, I don't know, JDub, you have a Christmas story?
No.
This is the episode just before Christmas, so from us to all of you, we hope you have a Merry Christmas, and may you get...
Whatever you celebrate during this time.
This is true. This is true. I am sorry.
But
so
Merry
used to-
Christmas,
yeah.
because that's what we celebrate.
Happy Hanukkah. Happy... What else is there? I don't know either. I'm not really knowing of all of
Happy
the...
holidays.
Happy holidays. There you
There
go.
you
Happy
go.
holidays to everybody.
Yes.
And,
Don't leave anybody out, so it's a holiday.
The new year is coming.
New year.
I think our next episode, we'll start off with a little bit of what the plan is for the new year.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind for our next episode, ladies, that we're going to talk about resolutions for the new year. What do you want to see happen, and so on and so forth.
With what? Podcast? Life?
No,
What?
it's
Everything?
just you. What do you want in the new year? I don't
I
want
want
to
to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so over the weekend, this last weekend, we did do some celebrating with Gunnar and Sarah.
And Sophia.
And Sophia. Don't forget about Sophia. We actually went up to the New Paris tree lighting and their little ceremony up there. Ran into Chris Clayton. And if you guys remember, I've talked about Chris in the past. He actually did our Vamptober intro for us, so we got to visit with him a little bit. And you know me, I can't go anywhere without running into people I know. Ran into one of the nurses that in one of the outbuildings that I go to, and talked to her for a while, and did the lighting, and then went back into the big town of Warsaw and did all the lights and stuff around there. Center Lake. Have you been down there? Mm-hmm. It is amazing,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
Oh. When you drive in, it's just, that first initial shock with all the trees lit up.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went down there, got some hot cocoa from the little...
Is it for the Boy Scout? No, I can't remember who
I don't
it's
remember
for.
who was doing it, but
Is it Young Tiger football?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
It used to be.
I don't know. Anyway, so trailer full of like little snacks and hot
Nice.
cocoa.
Yeah.
Everything's $1, so
Yeah.
yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, got some hot cocoa for $1, and we walked around and enjoyed the lights, and I'm pretty sure they have a penis cannon out there.
What?
It looks like.
It shot out.
I walk right by it. Don't even think anything of it, and then both him and Gunnar stop directly right in front of it.
And just
they're
look
just
at it.
staring at it. And then I go back and I'm like, oh, okay, now I got it. And they didn't have to say anything. It's like, okay, I see what you guys see now.
Do you see what I see?
Well, it was definitely shooting out presents, if you know what I'm saying.
Ugh.
Oh, goodness sakes.
There has been several different Christmas decorations that I've seen popped up on Facebook where
They look.
it looked like a penis.
Yeah.
Have you seen the elf one? The one with the elf and his
Yeah.
arms up and
Well, then, like, people in Florida say don't decorate your palm trees because, yeah, they look like when they're lit up at night. Yeah, they look like a penis. So
like a penis shooting down to the ground because the
No,
ball's up top.
because you're straight up and then you have a ball there,
Oh,
so it looks like an upright penis.
an
A Woody?
I don't know.
you said penis.
What are we? 12?
Yeah, I can
Yes.
still get him to laugh by
Yes.
just saying one word.
Penis, penis, penis. Vagina,
Vagina. One of the greatest movies ever.
It is.
No? Did you shake your head at that? That's not one of your all-time favorite movies?
No, I like scary
She
movies.
likes scary movies. Not
Not all,
football
come
movies.
on. Not all movies, not all your favorite movies are scary movies, right?
You don't watch Christmas movies during the holiday?
I do.
Well, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Scrooged.
With Bill Murray?
That's a good one.
It is a good one. Did I ever tell you my story of that movie?
No.
So I'll make it real quick. My mom took me to see Cheap Trick and Joan Jett at the Fort Wayne Coliseum
Nice.
the day after Christmas in a fucking blizzard.
Ooh.
She drove me to Fort Wayne in a blizzard and drove me home. And her and my sister went and seen Scrooge while I was at the concert.
Work.
So there was an alternative. I mean, yeah, she had her own reasons for going, too.
What do you mean?
She got to see a movie while you went.
There you go. So,
She
yeah.
wasn't just taking you. She was doing
Yeah,
something.
I was in there a lot longer than she was in that movie, though, I would
Oh,
imagine.
yeah, I'm sure.
Joan Jett, though. Oh, my goodness. What an amazing show. That was my bucket list when I was a young kid.
Yeah,
How old were you?
you? 14?
14, 15, somewhere in there. Yeah. Used to go to all the concerts back in the day. We had that conversation the other day.
We did.
Yeah.
We went to a lot.
A lot of concerts. Anyway, so your favorite movie is Scrooge. How about you, Rocker Chick? What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Well, I have two.
Okay.
Jack Frost. What?
Yes.
And Last Holiday.
Well, Last Holiday with Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah. And the Jack Frost is with
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, yes.
Yep. Hey, Batman.
First,
You ever-
I think it's like the first movie I've ever seriously like bawled where I couldn't speak.
No, seriously.
first saw
she
it.
couldn't breathe. I had to, like, grab her and shake her and be like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, jeez.
No, it was bad.
I knew it was bad. I've never been. Never cried that hard at a movie.
It was a little strange.
It was.
But I laugh at it all now.
No,
At the
yeah.
time, I wasn't laughing.
Dude, if we watch it again, he's like, "Are you gonna cry this time?" No, I know what's gonna happen.
True. However, this new show that we're watching called Found, yeah, that fucking show will make you cry every fucking episode at the end of it.
You did cry at the last one, didn't you?
I did.
I didn't. So I think I haven't cried at two of them.
Liar. I'm just more in touch with my femininity side of it.
I don't cry easily, and I don't scare easily, as we all know.
Man. What are we going to do with her? Well, when she does cry, she cries hard.
Yeah,
Let me tell you.
that's true.
Armageddon. That's another one she cries at every time.
Oh God, yeah.
Every time. Do you have a crying movie?
War Horse.
I have not seen that one. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Oh, my God.
That bad, huh? Mm-hmm. Do you do it every time you watch it?
I'm a horse girl.
I know
so-
you are.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm taking the horse doesn't make it.
Oh, it does.
Oh,
But the shit that poor horse goes through.
gotcha. Gotcha.
It's
Well,
good.
we're gonna stop before Jen starts crying right now thinking about it.
No. I just know that when Mom and I went to see it in theaters, we took a whole box of tissues and they were gone.
No.
No, they were still there. They were just on a pile on the floor.
Yeah, full of snot.
So mine is probably a jump between A Wonderful Life and Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Those are two of my favorites.
Yeah.
There are some really great ones. I love Last Holiday. That is a pretty great movie. I'm not really into the Hallmark movies, so JDub's not either.
Mm-mm.
The rocker chick is. She loves her Hallmark movies.
I do. I haven't watched too many of them this year. But I did the Last Holiday one. That's not a Hallmark movie, but I just randomly picked that one, and I loved it. It was a good movie, so if anybody wants to watch a movie.
But that was the one with based in London?
Yeah.
Okay, so now separate them up because that was not called Last Holiday. Last Holiday was with Queen Latifah.
Oh.
That was called like Last Christmas or
Oh,
Last...
yes, sorry. Last Christmas.
Yeah, because it was
it's
all
'cause
based
based
around-
off George Michael's songs, yes.
Ah.
Yes, sorry.
No, that's okay. That's all right. It's all right.
Get something stuck in my head, it doesn't leave.
Absolutely.
Last Holiday and Last Christmas, yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, but apparently
That movie made me cry too, but not like...
I didn't watch the end of it. I was doing something else. Don't remember what I was doing, but...
You were in the room doing podcast shit.
Oh. There you
Like
have it.
always.
Listen, I do it for the fans and the listeners. That's what I do all of this for.
It is true because, yeah.
Because
That's-
why?
Yeah, there's no money in it.
She's even wearing Christmassy pants.
I am. Woo!
So what are your plans for Christmas, JDub?
Probably go over to my parents
Yeah.
for dinner.
Nice.
Do you guys do stuff with the kids at the house then
Yeah.
on Christmas morning? Or Right on.
Yep.
Rocker Chick, what's your plans?
Christmas Eve, we'll go to Gunnar and Sarah's and stay the night. Get up and Montana and Trevor, Skylar, Jess, your mom. We'll all be there and we'll open gifts for 5 hours. And then Gunnar will make something for lunch and then we'll be done and we'll come home and do Christmas together and that'll be it.
Is it sad that I know what I'm getting already?
No. No.
Okay, cool.
We're old enough now, we might as well pick our own gifts.
Yeah.
So you're going to pick a gift that I need to get you?
No.
Damn it.
I've already, I want new fancy pens. Because I write a lot at work, so I like my really easy to write pens.
Can you imagine how easy my life is when all I have to do is buy your ink pens?
Your mom,
Fuck
those
yeah.
are on my Amazon list
I
from
know,
your mom.
I
so
know.
Don't buy me pens, Jeremy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's really good about, well, will you get me this or this or this? And yeah, we were at, where were we? Costco. He's like, I'm like looking and like, hey, what is it called?
A Switch.
A Switch. He'd said something about a Switch a month or so ago. And I said, if you really want a Switch, that can be your Christmas present.
So I did think about it a long time. Do I really need it? I know, you're probably right. I don't really
When are you
need
going to have time to play it?
it. While I'm waiting for videos to convert.
I walk in there and he's like, I got to go work. And I walk in there and he's playing on his phone. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm waiting on this. Or I'm listening. He's listening, but he's doing something else at the same time. So
Yeah. We have a Switch.
Do you like it?
I don't play it. Leighton does.
Oh, right on.
I mean, I probably played it in the beginning when we were able to do, everybody was able to play stuff.
Right.
But, nah, I'm not a gamer.
I'm not really a gamer, like the long haul games, that you play and you got missions and all this shit. I'm not really that. I like race car games.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart. Although I fucking suck at Mario Kart,
too.
but Tetris,
I like the Just Dance stuff. I like to do that. So that's it. when we get this, I want that just so I can play it every once in a while.
That's fine. Fair. It's going to be hooked up to your TV anyway, so.
Oh, damn. See? What the hell?
I can hook it up to my TV. It'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, all right. Rocker Chick, what do you got for me?
Well, shit. Let me ask you this. But you kind of took mine because it was going to be.
I'm sorry.
What do you want for Christmas?
Oh, well, I mean, JDub can answer that at this point.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Christmas.
Only hippopotamus will do.
Shouldn't yours be? I want a horse.
I got plenty of those. I got plenty of those.
Is there something that you always wanted for Christmas that you never got?
No.
Nope.
I got my finally for Christmas.
Oh.
Wow. This is not supposed to be an
No.
emotional night, JDub. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You want to switch?
Listen, it's interesting for me because my mom will come to me and she'd be like, I need a Christmas list. Even Gunner was like that. He's like, I need a Christmas list. And I'm like, there's nothing that I want for. There's nothing that I want for. If there's something I want, I go buy it. Mm-hmm. I don't spend a lot of time waiting for, a birthday or a Christmas or, whatever. Not like it's not like when you were a kid. When you were a kid, it's like, okay, Christmas is coming, and you've got this list, and you got to narrow it down because you can only get so many. And my luck, for me, my birthday falls in February, so I can split that list in half and then get most of everything that I'm after for the year. But so I don't really want for anything. So it's like trying to figure something out to send my mom in an Amazon list, and I sent her some stuff. So
Yeah, I sent her stuff that I needed, things I use on a daily basis that, when I use it, I'll say, hey, I got this for Christmas, And so every day it's like, hey, I got a Christmas.
I did put on my list this year some lights that clamp onto the desk so that we can actually have some lights in the studio that maybe
That don't blind me?
Yeah.
Well, no, they'll blind your ass. They're
Oh,
LEDs,
shit.
but they have like little gels that go over them, and you can set them at different levels. And this is what I did in the back of the car when we went to Fort Wayne. I was shopping in the car. Multitask. I can multitask, JDub.
Okay.
I'm very good at it.
I guess.
Very good.
I haven't seen it, but I guess.
All right. Well, are we ready to get into today's story?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah? You feeling confident? Are you okay?
She's good.
She's
Yeah.
good.
She's
Okay.
ready.
All right.
Can you see? Let me turn the light on.
No.
Okay, thank you.
I need to get the other monitor set
I
up
like
over
the
here.
darkness.
I was born.
I
in
was
the
born.
darkness. You only adapted to the darkness. I was born in it. No?
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay. Most people may not know what it's like actually to be an exorcist. Exorcism came to everyone's attention with the release of the 1973 film The Exorcist,
Okay.
which was based on the book The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty.
We'll take that.
Yeah. So the author drew inspiration from the real-life exorcism of Roland Doe.
Okay.
But exorcism has been part of virtually every religion throughout recorded history. Ancient Babylonian priests performed exorcisms. How do you say? Is it via?
Via
Okay.
Via the telephone.
Via a voodoo-like rite. Ancient Persians were saved from demonic possession via holy water. And the Bible recounts many times when Jesus Christ cast out demons from people believed to be possessed.
You know what? I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But are exorcism stuff of horror movies? Or do they like a seesaw, teeter from reality or
Fiction.
Imagination.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you some stories of exorcisms that I found. They're not real long, but there's quite a few.
Okay.
And they jump around in dates. Sorry. I was kind of in a hurry when I was researching.
It's okay. It's all right. We'll take it.
I had one story and I was like, this is what I'm going to do. But every time I tried to find stuff on it, it was doing what we talked about last time. This happened, but this happened at the same time, which contradicts, anyways. Yep. So we're going to go to 1778. The Exorcism of George Lukens. George Lukens was an English tailor, and he was, acting odd. Speaking in strange tongues, making inhuman noises, and singing hymns backwards. Oh. In a ceremony held in Bristol's Temple Church, 7 priests commanded the demons who apparently had taken over Lukens' soul to leave. Once and for all. When the ceremony was over, Lukens recited the Lord's Prayer and thanked the priests. This was one of the few recorded exorcisms with a happy ending.
So there was a happy ending. He was fine.
He was fine.
Okay.
In 1842, I'm going to kill this name. Gottlieben Dittus is the person's name. In 1842, German villagers noticed strange goings-ons at the home of a 28-year-old, woman named Gottlieben Dittus. Dittus claimed her house was haunted and soon began slipping in and out of what others described as trance-like states. But it was only when a religious pastor commenced an exorcism that things truly went nuts. Dittus became violent, requiring physical restraints for 2 years, during which the pastor performed various exorcisms. Dittus vomited glass, nails, and blood. Oof.
Really?
Yes. Finally, after all of this, Dittus informed everyone the demons were gone and stated that Jesus is victor. Glass, nails, and blood.
Well, I know
you'd be bleeding. If
I was saying, I know where the blood came from. If you're puking up glass and nails.
Yep.
Ugh.
A 16-year-old from South Africa, Clara Sell, was heard making a pact with the devil and soon began behaving erratically, tearing at her clothes, growling, and speaking in tongues, also demonstrating superhuman strength. In 1906 and 1907, 2 priests performed exorcism on Clara, during which her skin burned when touched by holy water and her body levitated before 170 witnesses. But only after a very obnoxious smell was observed leaving her body, Clara was deemed free of evil. I don't know how a smell would...
Fart those demons away.
That's all you gotta do right there.
I mean, that is an exit.
Linda Blair's mad as hell right now going, that was how we got rid of them?
Right? Oh, man. So, Anna Uckland, that's not her real name. This is the one story that was the film in 2016, The Exorcism of Anna Uckland. The real girl was born in 1882, and her name is unknown. Her father accused her of being possessed by the devil at age 14, after she refused his sexual advances.
Oh,
Disgusting. After several years into lengthy exorcisms, interspersed by foul play, thanks to Anna's father's lover, a woman named Mina, who practiced black magic and introduced another demonic possession. Anna was finally freed of demons in 1928.
Okay.
So she was possessed and then she got repossessed? Or it was just a black magic woman that possessed her?
Well, they did the 2 exorcisms, and then because of the black magic, it was supposedly back. But her dad was the one that said that she was possessed because she wouldn't,
Right. Yeah, she wouldn't get to ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I mean, who knows if she was even possessed the first time.
Right.
So, all right. 1949, Roland Doe. This 13-year-old boy, in the records of the case, his name has been changed to Roland Doe to protect his privacy.
Right.
Was mourning the loss of a beloved aunt when he began seeing and hearing strange things. As the possession worsened, Roland began demonstrating violent superhuman strength. His parents took him to St. Louis in 1949 for a week-long exorcism known as the St. Louis Exorcism. This is the story that The Exorcist is based on.
Mm-hmm.
Roland screamed, cursed, and attacked his exorcists until a miracle, according to The Exorcist, finally led Roland out of his trance-like state. The boy simply stated, "He's gone.
Just like that?
He's gone." Yeah, that's what it said. He gone. When Englishman Michael Taylor, a husband and father of 5, met 21-year-old pastor Marie Robinson, his frequent bouts of depression seemed to ease. In part, Taylor believed it was due to Robinson's ability to exorcise demons plaguing him. After Taylor's wife confronted Taylor about a possible affair with Robinson, he physically attacked her. This led to an actual exorcism by 2 ministers that took place on October 5th of 1974. Michael had seizures, spit at and bit the exorcist, and screamed in tongues. The next day, he brutally murdered his wife. He wasn't convicted, however, because of the defense argument that the exorcism had made him insane. So this one was what the movie of 2005, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, was based off. Like Michael Taylor's exorcism, Annalisa's story was also ended in murder, only it was Annalise who was murdered. The German woman's demonic possession was actually an undiagnosed brain disorder, epilepsy, schizophrenia, or both, but being a religious young woman, Annalise welcomed exorcisms to help cure her. After 67 attempts,
Oh, my.
67, each unsurprisingly unsuccessful, the 23-year-old succumbed to starvation. Two of her priests were convicted of homicide. Did you ever watch that movie?
I did not.
That was creepy. That is very creepy.
They couldn't stop at 66?
I guess.
Make a nice round number?
Go to 70. I don't know. But maybe she just died.
So, why would she... okay, so 67 exorcisms, and she died of...
Starvation.
She just didn't... I mean,
They
weren't
had her
taking...
like in a barn and locked up, kind of where she couldn't get
Yeah.
loose. So they probably weren't feeding her.
Or
That's why they were.
Or she was, they were trying to feed her and she wouldn't eat or spit it back out or vomited it back out.
Right on, okay.
In 1990, Reverend James Labar oversaw 3 exorcisms, all sanctioned by the Archbishop of New York, Cardinal John O'Connor, and the Vatican. One of them was an exorcism of a Florida teenager named Gina. This was televised
What?
on ABC in 1991.
Really?
Newsweek described the ceremony, which was accompanied by medieval-style music, as little more than a gratuitous torment of a deeply disturbed young girl. Of course they're going to say that.
Yeah.
Strapped to a chair, she screamed and barked unintelligibly while the reverend pressed a cross onto her face and told her supposed demons that if they wanted pain, he'd give it to them. Meaning, of course, the helpless Gina. Ultimately, it was antipsychotic drugs that gave Gina relief.
Oh. So seriously, they televised this?
Yeah.
How is that? How is that even?
Well, it was back. What'd you say?
1991 on ABC. And then Newsweek did an article on it.
Because that's probably about the same time that like those movies started coming out around there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
How is that
probably think
ethical?
people
How is it ethical
was-
at all?
probably ethical during that time, and then after it was done, then it probably wasn't anymore.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can find that on YouTube.
Oh, I wonder.
I would think that if it was a national televised show, it would probably be out there.
You would think
Find it right next to the Cannonball Run on YouTube.
14 different
14 episodes
14
on YouTube.
episodes.
All right. In 2003, an autistic 8-year-old boy named Terrence Cottrell was killed during a prayer service that was intended to drive out the evil spirits supposedly causing his condition. The official cause of death is mechanical asphyxia due to external chest compression. This was by CNN. They reported this, meaning Terrence was suffocated.
Oh my.
Through chest compressions?
Mm-hmm. External chest compressions. He was suffocated. The Reverend Ray Hemphill, who had performed the exorcism, reportedly sat on the boy's chest until he stopped breathing. The Reverend was convicted of homicide. He's 8. A grown man sitting on your chest. Yeah, you're going to not be able to breathe.
Yeah.
I got nothing. I'm perfectly okay with him being convicted of homicide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't hold down an 8-year-old boy with your fucking hands, you piece of...
A lot of these were reported on like the news, like CNN, ABC, CBS, and even on like BBC. On
Right.
some of these that I found. Romanian nun, I'm going to butcher her name too, Mercesia Irina Cornisi, was 23 when she began hearing voices. She thought it was the devil talking to her. Although she was treated for schizophrenia, she relapsed and was then subjected to an exorcism. Bound to a cross, gagged with a towel, and left in a dank convent room for 3 days without food and water. Guess what CBS said? She died of suffocation and dehydration. Yeah. 3 days without food and water.
What year was that?
2005.
We couldn't IV her or anything like that. I mean,
Right.
Listen, I understand. You know, I'm processing this as you're telling the story, and I understand. You know, if you watched, of course, you know, if you watch the movies, I've never watched an actual exorcism. You know, obviously, if they televised it in '91 on ABC, you could, you know, I don't remember that. I don't think that was on my agenda to watch
No.
that year. Were we dating in '91? We were.
Yes.
How come you didn't want to watch it?
I didn't watch that kind of stuff.
But anyways, the point being is, a lot of the restraints because the demons are so powerful and so on and so forth. But I would think that at some point you would, especially in 2005, that you would at least be taking the person's health into consideration and at least trying to give them an IV or something to give nutrition to the body.
Yeah. Well, and you think about it, all these exorcists, pastors, priests, whatever, they're being convicted of homicide. You would think by 2005, they would put that into the process,
right.
Unless it's just because this is the old way of doing it. This is how they were trained.
Where was this at? So with the nun? I know she had a strange name.
Romanian nun.
Maybe that's just how they do that, especially in a covenant, whatever that is called. Yeah. Well,
and I don't want to speak out of anything right now, but isn't there like a book or a portion that just has how to do an exorcism for them? So, I mean, maybe they just are following that.
From my understanding, when the priests are called upon to go and perform an exorcism, a lot of them are actually trained to do the exorcism. But they have a book that they read from that's specific to that.
But I don't know if that would be in that area.
Yeah, in Romania. I don't know. I'm just talking
what
what would be in this area. Yeah,
right.
Religious belief is there. They might be like, okay, if you're saying that you're possessed, that's what they do.
But didn't the Catholic Church deny the fact that they're doing exorcisms because of a lot of these things gone bad?
I think it's very, very, very hard for them to approve them now. I don't know what kind of proof they would need.
Right.
I mean,
I don't either.
Because in a lot of the research that I was when I was looking into this, they want the medical diagnosis before they, and if they don't, if the medical stuff doesn't help, then maybe they would get into it, but it didn't seem like it.
And it seems like a lot of the older ones stem back to a medical issue. It wasn't they didn't need an exorcism; they needed
antipsychotics.
Are they? Yeah. They needed to go to the doctor and find out. Okay, I have a brain tumor, and
I'm going to speak out of turn here, but your iron's higher, your chemicals are off in your body. Yeah,
right. I act weird when that happens to me.
Which is a lot.
All right.
I'm still waiting for the Catholic Church to get back to me on her exorcism.
Oh, jeez. Well, just make
Women going through menopause. Are they going through menopause or are they possessed?
I mean All right. So this one was found, BBC did this one. On Christmas Day, 2010, a 15-year-old boy was beaten and drowned in a bathtub in London by his sister and her friend in an attempt to exorcise evil spirits from the boy. They were originally from the Republic of Congo in London. The pair tortured the boy with knives, sticks, metal bars, a hammer, and a chisel until he begged to die. All because they thought he was possessed.
Wow.
The pair was convicted of the boy's murder, and that was his sister's name, Christy Bamu? Yeah. Sister and her friend.
It sounds to me like the sister and her friend are just fucking evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the defense that counsel decided to go with. He was possessed. They were trying to save him.
Yeah.
That is insane. That one kind of hurt my head, JDub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If you thought exorcisms were a thing of the past, 2015.
Oh, jeez. Well, this last one was in 2010.
I know, but that was 5 years ago. Before this one. In Argentina, church officials filmed the exorcism of a 22-year-old woman named Laura by Bishop Manuel Acuna.
Matata.
Oh. I thought I said that
No,
wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm just messing with you. You said Acuna. I said Matata.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Acuna.
Laura bangs her head, scratches at her skin, and screams profanities. Supposedly, the exorcism ends well as the spirits leave and the bishop makes the sign of the cross over her. All is well in the house of the Lord.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Oh, that's what he said?
Yeah. I did find, though, there is a book out that Father Jose Antonio Forte? I like that better.
Okay.
Where you can read firsthand accounts of exorcisms. It's called Interview with an Exorcist. I gotta find that book.
It's very interesting. Yeah, I do believe that people can open themselves up and be possessed, and that you know people that are weak and or whatever can be possessed. But yeah, I think it happens, and I don't think it's publicized as much as
Right.
it probably
and,
does happen.
You know, I remember watching the Exorcist movie and the Linda Blair one. Oh my God, that scared me so bad. So bad.
Well, oh God, why can't I think of the name? The book that we're reading, the mom was possessed.
Oh yeah.
House of Dark, House of Light, House of Dark.
Yeah.
The Conjuring,
The Conjuring house.
couple.
Yeah.
The Perrin family. Holy care, there it came to me. But
Yeah.
they're the mom. Living in that house for so long. That spirit got into her, and
Right.
she changed how she was acting, and it could have been that it was just lack of sleep and thinking about everything that was going on in the house that caused her to change how.
Well, and it was, when people like that get possessed, is it an evil spirit that was just in the house, or was it a demon? Or, because they say people can get possessed from a ghost in the house and not be like evil, or they could be evil. And then there's, anything that you hear about demonic possession, it's all bad.
Right.
All bad. Like the spitting of the nails, speaking in tongues, reciting hymns backwards.
Right.
It's scary. I mean, yeah. I believe it happens, and
Yeah.
I believe that, we do have people out there that are exorcists and that is their job. And I believe that we have good ones that out there that don't just screw it up.
They don't waterboard their.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, like when they're doing an exorcism, I mean, you just get snippets of what the person's doing, but could you really imagine how scary that would be to witness?
Yeah.
I mean, the movies are fake, but that scares me very much.
Well, I mean, the movies are fake. Okay.
But they're based on something.
But,
a
yeah.
little bit. I mean,
How-
everything is.
How close are they to what really goes on? Obviously, you read about these exorcisms, and in there you read about them speaking in tongues and cursing and, even just thinking about how the movies portray it, how close would that actually be? I mean, I understand that it's it's fictitious and made up and all that, but I mean, but legitimately, how close would it be?
Right.
And if you've got, let's say, an 8-year-old girl who's possessed and is sitting there speaking to you in, Latin from
Ancient
a
times.
million years ago and in a deep,
Not her voice.
yeah, then, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. I don't want to speak out of turn on this because I don't know much about exorcisms and I
Same.
don't know a ton about what goes on to them. I just know that what I've kind of touched on a couple times hearing about them where the church, the Catholic Church, just won't touch them with a 10-foot pole most of the time. We talked about that with, even the Perrin family when they went to their church, they were shunned for that. So they don't want that in their congregation, and I'm assuming that if a lot of these priests who were, who didn't get their subject through, and were all of a sudden now charged with murder. Well, if you sit on an 8-year-old's chest, I have a strong feeling that that's.
Well, and that could be possibly why the Catholic Church doesn't do them
Yeah, that's what
anymore,
I'm saying.
because so many of them have ended badly.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you have many shows based off of that. Like, okay, so the government, they have these divisions of the government where they look into UFOs or do this and that. I'm sure the Catholic Church has a division where it's just based off of that.
Oh, yeah.
And they go around and help people, but they're not publicizing it like
Right.
they would back in the day when there wasn't as much media attention to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They don't want to
absolutely.
call upon something evil. They're supposed to be based on good, so...
Yeah, they're supposed to be helping. I mean, that's the whole
Right.
point.
And I'm sure that's what they were trying to do, but just some of the people just didn't.
Right.
Don't take it upon yourself to exercise your friend. That's it.
Yeah, or your brother in the bathtub.
Yeah,
Listen.
don't do that.
Listeners of Tusop, friends of Golden Jay, I do no exercising.
And I'm sorry if I spoke out of turn or whatever, but I mean, exorcisms are spiritual and
Yeah,
demons are part of
absolutely.
life, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's something that you have to, like you said, get a medical, go to the doctor first. Get everything checked out before you turn to exorcism, just because something is, if your brain has a tumor and stops something in it, you might start talking differently or thinking differently. And so there could be something internally wrong, not just...
But if you're floating off the bed, have the
Yeah.
doctor come to the house.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the office.
Think before you exercise.
Or if you
How's
can't,
that?
if you can't touch a Bible, I would say,
Right.
but I don't know. Would it actually
Would it actually burn? Would it? Yeah. Or even holy water. If
or
holy
a
water
cross
touched
on
it,
your
yeah.
forehead? Yeah.
Yep. I don't know.
I don't know either.
This is a
it's
subject I
touchy
don't know a
subject.
ton about.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. And
It is extremely interesting.
Like I always say, coming back to movies are always based off of something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even if they're fiction, it's somebody heard something that made them write that movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's some sort of nugget of truth in their story somewhere that made them expand off of that and grow these stories. But I don't know, man.
It's interesting.
Conjuring House was one. You talked about The Exorcist. Was based off of one.
Emily Rose was based off of
one.
one.
You go to any type of movie like that, and it'll say based off of a a true story, and
Right.
and like your thing, it was based off of your story, but it was totally not your story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everything's turned to make it more interesting.
Well, yeah, no. You want to sell tickets. You want to sell admission tickets to the movie. You want to get people to watch your show. This is what you want. So sometimes you've got to beef it up a little bit to get a little more jazz hands. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, give me the true story, because sometimes the fucking truth is scarier than anything they could have ever made up.
Well, then, like, the one that they televised, how do we know that wasn't, like,
Staged.
staged
Yeah.
either?
I can't believe they would televise that, though.
Exactly, if it was
You
real.
know he's going to go look it up.
Yeah, we need to find it.
But anyways,
Yeah.
that was good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Good job.
Thanks.
Good job. All right. Well, it is getting late here at the Golden Mojo Entertainment Complex. Golden Mojo Entertainment Complex. That's what it is. Yeah.
I hadn't hard enough
You need
time
to-
talking.
I'll write it right here.
Write it right there. The complex. We are excited that you have stuck around and listened to our story today, and we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you've enjoyed everything so far this year. We are rounding into our second year of the United States of Paranormal.
Woo!
Do you realize how close you two are to being with me for one whole year on the show?
Wow.
Think about that.
It's time for divorce.
Ah! Yeah. Divorcing you, Jeremy.
All right, well, this is where you record this button right here, and I'll just leave you two to it.
Oh, God, no.
I'll be inside taking a nap.
Whatever.
We would need a cricket button while we're both sitting here thinking about what we're going to say next.
Crickets.
We have the capability of putting crickets into the show. Trust me. I did it many times.
Or
on the
maybe just some ghostly music in the background.
Hey, if you liked it, let us know. Hit us up at the United States of Paranormal @gmail.com. We love the emails. It's been a while since we've heard from some of our listeners.
What the heck?
We do have a couple that I need to reply to, but
What the heck?
Get those stories to us.
yes.
Yeah, come on, guys.
But we appreciate all of our listeners, and we hope to hear more from you. So send those to the United States of Paranormal @gmail.com. Also, go check out the United States of Paranormal.com, where you can find a beautiful selection of merchandise on there. Lots of cool T-shirts with our different artwork that Esteban made for us.
Beautiful.
And you can get shirts, hats, pint glasses, and beer-shaped glasses, and just all kinds of really cool shit. So go check it out, the United States Paranormal.com. You can also check out GoldenMojoENT.com for all of the other podcasts in the Empire. So there's also a merch page on there if you would be interested to go look at that. But there is a write-up about the wonderful Team Boozers on Tucson on there. So you can find that at GoldenMojoENT.com. All right, there you go. Looking forward to hearing from our listeners.
Hey. Yeah.
And
She's mouthing. I'm thinking it.
and we want to once again wish all of our listeners and our fans and everybody out there happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Keep it spooky. We'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com or at any other of our social media pages. At Twitter at TOSOPPOD, at Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, or Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, or YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795.
Please check out our other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, The Golden 80s, Murd Nerds, and a quart of books and booze.
And if you have a location you would like us to check into or a creepy story that you would love to tell us, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen.